It's week 3 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Saints, next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain. But at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr right away going to look to throw. The pass caught by Olave. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Now Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it again with Barkley. Breaks a tackle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at the Saints defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Finding Taysom Hill complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Taysom Hill, his 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And we are tied at 7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts sets up to throw it. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Paris Campbell, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Carr now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 60 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. The point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Sheds off the tackle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Carr going to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Carr.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Carr. Touchdown, Saints. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hurts.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. Here's a diving catch right side. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
In a tie game that's going back and forth, oftentimes teams get really conservative because they don't want to make a mistake. But after that return, I think the offense coordinator just took a deep sigh of relief and said, okay, I can open up my playbook now. Let's see if he attacks.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Barkley, inside handoff. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have to right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So here's a 3rd and 14. Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have played so strongly. You look with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagles first down.
63.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cedric Wilson, 70 yards. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's going to get this inside the 30. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
First down, Eagles.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 30-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Catch made here by Campbell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.